Yeah, no, I'm gonna go ahead and pass, man. I think, lifestyle wise, I'm just pretty busy, and so trying to date, out of state is a little tough for me right now.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
okay.
Okay.
We'll go to Josh, and we'll come back, Brandon, get some
Yeah.
some thoughts on that. But Joshua, what you
Yeah.
got? Interested or not interested?
Um, I'm gonna go ahead on the pass too because she said she can't go past 35, 36. I'm 38, so I ain't gonna even do it.
Okay, I got some follow up questions for that too, but I want to hear from Emory. Emory, what are you thinking?
I'm gonna go ahead and pass as well. 20. I'm 44, so 26 is a big gap as far as life, experience.
I'm shocked.
I am shocked as well.
Yeah.
I want to get some
But
additional here.
I do want to say something though. So the only reason why I'm passing though, because I would give it a shot, is the stipulations. She got stipulations on what kind of man she want in terms of the age and all that. I would give it a shot, but
Now,
you know,
well, Joshua, let's explore this a bit because she did say that was a preference.
Right.
So I mean, maybe you want to ask Maggie if she would be open to something like that.
okay. So Maggie, I just turned 80. I just turned 38 in November. So obviously I'm past over the 10-year mark because you're 26, right? So would would you give it a shot? Like if we like spoke and took things a little bit further. I'm just curious.
Wait, November what? I'm sorry. My birthday was in November too.
Oh, your birthday's November? I'm November 27th.
Okay, I'm November 16th. But
Oh, my
I
sister's birthday's on the 15th. Okay.
um, I am open to dating a bit older, but I prefer not to. It just has to be the right situation.
Oh,
Mm,
okay. So let's leave it there for a second because we got the guys. They all stated for the most part not interested. Now you got Joshua saying, hey, it might be some interest if Maggie is open to it. So Maggie, let's talk to you. I need to get some feedback on this because are you surprised that none of the guys were interested?
Not really. I mean, everyone, like they said, like Joshua said, he said no because he's a bit older. The first guy said um, Brandon said he doesn't want a long distance. Like everyone has their reasons, you know. It's not really surprising. We're grown.
Okay. And just curious here, when we looking at the guys here, each one of these guys, just so I can know how I'm doing here, because I'm working hard casting here. I'm looking at Brandon.
Right.
Is Brandon typically a guy you'll be attracted to?
Brandon is attractive, yes.
Okay.
Height wise, it might be a little tricky because we're the same height, and that's hard for me.
Yeah.
mm.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. And also, is it the same with Emory?
Yes, Emory is attractive.
Okay. So this is the type of brother you would typically be attracted to.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, now it seems like we just got to make some decisions here to see if we want to go here and take it a step further here with my brother Joshua, because Joshua made it clear he will be open if
To get to know
to
a
get
little
to
bit
know you a
more.
little bit more. If you're also open, are you also open here to learn a little bit more about Josh? Most people have no idea how to plan a date that builds connection. With 100 engaging dating cards, skip the small talk and get straight to the real conversation. Let's take the dating game to the next level. Click the link in the description and use discount code CLIPS for 10% off.
I'm actually not.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. And give us some feedback on that. Why aren't you open to getting to know Josh a little bit more?
Joshua is a handsome man, but personally, not my physical type, if that makes sense.
When you know, I mean, well, physical type, the brother's 6'2".
Well, not that. I'm just talking about like instant attraction.
Okay. 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 So
But
pretty
he's
much
a handsome man, just we have our type.
understood. Understood. Man, I had a little bit more hope on that one.
I
In that
mean,
first
I'm gonna
round.
be honest. I thought we was gonna make some things happen
I thought
initially.
so. I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
so.
I'm very surprised by that, but
Okay.
the age thing. I mean, I guess the guys and then Maggie. The age thing just not working.
You want to talk to Maggie again? Is it mainly because you feel like you made the decision too quickly, solely off her age?
Yeah. I mean, we were given what, 2 seconds to decide. Like I saw who she was. She seems interesting. And yeah, I mean, why not? Like
What's
we're here to
typically
meet.
what's typically your preferred age range?
I mean, typically preferred age range is probably 32 and up.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
so you got to factor in. I'm 44, man. I'm in an industry where I come across women that are my mother's age. I come across women that are also, a lot younger as well. But I mean, I don't even look at it as like a lot younger. It's like she's 26. She's a grown woman with her own thing going on. Like, I mean, I don't know what they're saying in the comments, but I know a lot of women are like, "Oh my God, Emory, that's too young." But it's like, do y'all talk to that 60-year-old woman with a 24-year-old boyfriend? No, you don't. You say she's doing her thing and living life, right? Like, so just sit down.
Hey, and listen, Emery, one thing
Yeah,
you cannot do is worry about the chat, brother. Because the
yeah,
chat,
Oh no, I'm not worried about the chat, but I know what's taking place. Like, there's a lot of opinionated women in the chat, I'm sure. But
yeah.
again, women do it all the time.
that you have
Hey,
it.
listen, ain't nothing wrong with that. Finding you a young woman. I thought y'all slept on Maggie in the beginning anyway. So we got to bring on Maggie to really get her take on this.
There you go, Maggie. Maggie,
Hey.
how did you
Hmm?
feel when you heard Emery spin the block and say that he wanted to have pretty much learn a little bit more about you? How did you feel when you heard that?
Mm, I was just like, okay, what's going on? I have questions.
Okay.
Questions are good.
Questions.
Okay. So
Mhm.
you are also interested in learning a little bit more about Emery.
Maybe.
Now
She
here's the thing.
sounds like she need to do some investigation.
Now,
Yeah, for sure.
so how about this one? Because this was some discrepancies here on this one, let's also put 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock here so they can have a dope conversation. Emery, you called it out. You can lead it off.
I mean, she said she had questions. So I mean, of course I'm interested as a parent. So I want to hear what she has to ask me.
Okay, so what changed your mind? Because I know you said it was an age thing for you. So why now? It's like, it's she seems interesting. That's a little like you're backtracking on your word.
Hmm. Well, I mean, that's interesting as well, because this is quick. It's like fire and shoot. We get to hear what, 30 seconds of what you're looking for. We choose yes or no. I mean, it's one of those situations where I'm like, I like to hear who you are. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I judged you immediately. And then I know it don't feel good that I circled the block to come back to see what you're talking about. I should have did that in the first place. But I mean, this is a dating show, right? Or like we looking for love. So we're not gonna get to know somebody in 30 seconds.
To me, if I'm being honest, it sounded like you wanted to see what options were out there, and then you're like, let me see what she's talking about now.
Absolutely. I wanted to see what options are out there. I mean,
Okay.
it's I get what do we here for? I mean, like we gonna just choose immediately, like our heart. We're not gonna feel. And let's be real. We're not gonna feel something in our heart immediately. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
for
saying?
sure.
So it's like, yeah, listen to somebody talk about themselves, learning more about them gives you more examples of what you want to choose on. I mean, but yeah, I mean, you're right. I was saying what was out there.
Thank you for your honesty. Okay, what's the youngest girl or woman that you have dated? What was her age?
26. I've dated a 26-year-old before.
And what? How old were you at that time?
At that time, I was 42.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's really all the questions I have right now.
Okay. I mean, and not so you've already made it apparent like that. That made you feel a little weird that I kind of circled the block, and I get it. I mean, we grown, so it's like if you don't want to hear anything else out of me, that's completely fine. I'm cool with that. But just want to let you know you are a very, you're interesting. Like I said, I judged you off of your, age immediately, but yeah.
When you say I'm interesting, what do you mean? Because, like, what
Well,
am
you,
I?
well, you're interesting because you said you're an entrepreneur, then you're building like a fitness business, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to build fitness content.
Right. So you building fitness content, but you're single.
Mhm.
We're gonna put another 60 seconds on the clock. Keep going, guys. I want y'all to keep going here. Go ahead.
Just remove the clock.
You're an entrepreneur, you're building a fitness business and everything, but you're single. So it's
Mhm.
like for you to be 26, single, you're attractive, tall. I'm sure you get a lot of candidates that come your way. So are you the one that's pushing other people away, or is nobody really pursuing you seriously?
Well, not necessarily. I had said in the beginning, I got out of a relationship about 7 months ago,
Mhm.
and I just wasn't really opened up to dating until about like 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Um,
Gotcha.
so it really wasn't any of that. It was just I was locked in with someone, and then I'm like, okay, I need time to myself to just focus, heal, get myself together, and now I'm kind of in a space where I'm more open to dating.
Feel you. See, I'm the same way. I'm divorced. I was married 8 years, so it took me a while to heal from a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And now I'm just kind of being transparent, putting myself out here, So yeah, that
What
explains it.
what led to your divorce? What happened?
Um, Ultimately, what I've learned is upbringings are a key factor. You got to have a lot of commonality in the way you were raised
Yeah.
for things to work out.
Okay, so how were you raised? What are some core values or things that you value in a woman that you're dating?
Well, I'm from Detroit, so I grew up in Detroit, single mother home, and I learned a lot early about being a man, and being a leader. So my way of showcasing my love language to my mother was service. I helped
Hmm.
her out with a lot of stuff. So that's what helped me grow into a gentleman, a man that is observant, pays attention to details and kind of thinks forward, when it comes to a woman.
Mm, okay.
What about you?
Now listen, we don't want to make it awkward. We don't want to make it awkward if y'all running out of
So
steam
so
now.
so yeah, and here's the thing, because we gave y'all some overtime. We went from 2:30 to probably about 4. All right,
Right.
so y'all probably in double OT right now. So at
Yeah,
this
yeah.
point, I know you said you wanted to go ahead, Emory, and personally just do a little bit more digging to see if you made a decision a little too soon. And Maggie also said she had some concerns that she wanted to go ahead and figure out. So I'm gonna start with you, brother. Being especially that you were the one that initiated this one. Not even hardly, he fully initiated this
Mhm.
situation here. So, Emory, based on what you heard here today, are you still interested to getting to know this young lady a little bit more, or is it a
No,
pass?
no, it's a pass.
What? Look at Maggie. Maggie, like, what the hell? You can't bring me up here for? what?
And what was it,
What was
brother?
going
What
on?
was it?
It was so I mean, clearly she has reservations, and also I'm not knocking that. Like I respect that. Like she's still sticking to her standard. Like I might have way too much life experience for her, overall. I've been married before, I've been down that road and she's kind of just getting back into, the market as of what, 4 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, she said. So it's like, hey man, play the field. Have fun. Like don't rush into anything. So it's like me, I'm looking at the situation where again, I've been down this road before. So it's like I know what made me choose my past wife. She should know, what she wants in a guy. She ain't had no time to really make no selections.
Maggie, what's up? What's your thoughts about this whole situation?
Well, honestly, I respect your honesty. First of all, I respect you answering honestly about why you chose to spin and whatever, and even passing the game. That's respectable. Thank you for being upfront. I don't think that it's fair I would have passed too, honestly, just because I genuinely don't feel a connection. It's like I'm interviewing you, like da da da. I don't know, it's weird, but I don't think it's fair to judge someone based on what you think is best for them or what they know based on their age. Like you said, I don't have much life experience there, or you feel like you have way much more life experience than me because of your age. It's not fair to say that about someone you know nothing about. But I get it. I'm 26. Everyone's like, "Oh, she's young, go live, da da da." But different people value different things at different stages in their life based on their own personal experiences. So I understand your perspective, but you just never know who you're talking to or dealing with. But
True. Very true.
Interesting. Maggie says she may be young, but she's ready. And 87% of the lovers in the chat said no, won't work. So the chat has spoken. Both Maggie and Emory have spoken. So we could not make a match with these two. So Ty, it's got a little tricky because we got Maggie, who's still single and available, and we got Emory, who's also single and available, and we got some people in the back room.
Well, let's go ahead and put Maggie backstage. Thank you so much, sister, for your involvement and engagement tonight.
Stick with us, Maggie. We're going to find you somebody. We're going to keep up.
Absolutely.
And listen, any of them scrubs DM you, instead of coming on the show live to talk to you, send us their Instagram, and we going to DM them so they can get on the show.